Instincts you fight daily that evolution forgot to delete. Let's get started. Number 8. The catnap impulse. Even after sleeping for 8 hours, you want to faceplant into your desk at 2 p.m. Or maybe you can't sleep and are staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m. It's not just you being weird. Your old brain is trying to sleep the way people slept for thousands of years. We sleep in one large chunk, but our forebears didn't. They would sleep for a few hours, wake up in the middle of the night, and then go back to sleep. During that time, they would look for predators, eat a snack, or make more small humans. It was called biphasic sleep, and it was quite natural. They would also take naps during the day, especially when it was hot. Hunting while it's 100 degrees outside is an excellent way to get eaten by someone else. This sleep pattern that was split up kept them alive. When you check for danger every few hours, it's hard to get devoured by a saber-toothed tiger. But today we have jobs that start at 9 a.m. Sharp and supervisors who think you're lazy if you take a sleep. We have lamps, phones, and neighbors who play their drums at 2 a.m. Your caveman brain is telling you to sleep when you try to keep your eyes open after lunch. And when you wake up at 3 a.m. feeling strangely active, that's the same brain that wants to know why you're not out looking for wolves. The urge to follow the herd. You stroll along the street and see a lot of people looking up at the sky. And you also gaze up, like a fool. You don't even know what you're looking for. It could be a bird. It may be Superman. It may be nothing. But there you are, craned neck, joining the group of people who observe the skies. This is when your herd mentality kicks in. Your brain is telling you that you should do it too, or you might die. When we were running around in loincloths, this instinct kept us alive. You didn't pause to ask questions if everyone in your tribe suddenly ran. You ran. The man who stood there wondering why everyone was running got eaten by whatever they were running from. Following the group was safe. It meant sharing food, staying safe, and not getting eaten by a saber-toothed tiger. Your brain actually releases dopamine when you fit in. Nature is saying, good job not being the weird person who gets left behind. But now this same instinct makes you do stupid things. For example, buying GameStop shares because Reddit encouraged you to, or putting on those hideous shoes that everyone else is sporting, or accepting that blatantly false news story because your aunt posted it and it received 50 likes. Your caveman brain doesn't realize the difference between going to the water source with your tribe and following strangers on TikTok who are completing a perilous task. It just understands that being different means death. So you do what they say, even when it doesn't make any sense. When someone holds the door for you, you suddenly feel like you owe them your firstborn child. Or a coworker brings you coffee, and now you're trying to figure out how to pay them back for this obligation. You're not being theatrical. Your old brain is freaking out about tribal politics. Our forebears didn't only like it when people helped them. It was for survival. You give me your mammoth meat today and I'll give you my berries tomorrow. We both live. If you were a jerk and hoarded your food, you'd have to eat snow for dinner in the winter. Your brain has changed so that it feels bad when someone does anything for you. It's like having an itch that won't go away until you pay them back. This made the tribe work. Everyone helped each other, or they all died. But now marketers use this against you like it's their job. Because it really is. You got a free sample at Costco, and now you have to buy a 10-pound jar of pickles that you won't be able to finish. A car salesman gives you coffee, and all of a sudden you're thinking about that expensive vehicle. When someone offers you a small favor, your brain acts like they saved your life, and you have to spend the rest of your life paying them back. People who once lent you a pen will ask you to do things that are silly. You will buy goods you don't desire since the salesperson was so kind. Your brain from a long time ago can't tell the difference between, this person shared food with me so I won't starve, and, this person gave me a free keychain at a convention. It only understands that you have to pay your obligations, or the tribe will kick you out and leave you to die alone. You walk into a room that is completely dark and your heart starts to race, or you look at some strange dish from another country like it's going to attack you. You're not being a baby. That's your brain's way of keeping you alive. For our forefathers, unknown meant dead. The wind could be making those shrubs rustle. It may be something with teeth, the ones who thought the wind ate them. Those that ran away lived to pass on their paranoid DNA to you. That strange berry you've never seen before could taste great. It could make you poop yourself to death. Our forefathers couldn't check WebMD. They tried and failed. And making a mistake meant death. So your brain learned to treat anything new as it was attempting to kill you because it typically was. When you face something new, your brain physically floods you with stress hormones. It screams danger. Stay with what you know. The things you know won't eat you. But now the same instinct makes you order the same dish at restaurants for 10 years in a row. It's why you won't use that new app that everyone else is using, or why you'd prefer stay in a job you detest than try something new. Your caveman brain can't discern the difference between a predator you don't know and food you don't know at that new Thai eatery. It merely knows that being different is bad. So you remain with what you know even when it's making you cry. The necessity to moderate drive. When someone else is driving and you press an imaginary brake pedal, you feel that way. Or when your day goes completely wrong and you want to shout. That's your caveman brain going crazy because it can't control anything. Our ancestors who were able to regulate their surroundings lived. Those who built stronger shelters stored food wisely and planned how to hunt survived the winter. Those who just went with the flow turned into fossils. Control was the difference between eating and being eaten, to stay warm or die of cold. Your brain gives you dopamine when you take control since it meant survival. This drive made us creative. We didn't merely think the fire was scary. We were in charge of it. We didn't just wish for food, we put it in the ground. But now your brain uses this urge for control in every situation. When you're stuck in traffic, your brain thinks you're being hunted by predators. A meeting that starts late feels like it may be a famine. When someone else loads the dishwasher wrong, your survival instincts kick in like they're trying to destroy your home. You strive to control things that don't really matter. The weather, what other folks think, the way the toilet paper hangs. Your old brain can't distinguish the difference between, I need to put out this fire or we'll freeze, and I need to control this PowerPoint presentation. It just knew that not being in charge meant death. You stress out about things you can't alter, micromanage, and overplan. Your brain still thinks you're one loss of control away from death. The loss aversion effect. You find 100 USD on the ground. That's nice. But you'll obsess about it for weeks if you lose 100 USD from your wallet. Planning revenge on the whole world. You're not being theatrical. Your brain thinks that every loss is going to kill you. Our forefathers thought it was far worse to lose something than to not find it. If they lost their single spear, they were going to die. If they lost their food, they would soon be starving. It was sad since I couldn't find any more food. But losing what you had meant death. So your brain evolved to go crazy when you lose. It really makes losses seem twice as bad as gains feel fantastic. Nature is telling you not to lose that thing that keeps you alive. This stopped our forefathers from making stupid bets with their money. They wouldn't give up their sure source of food for the chance of getting more. The fear of losing kept them safe and alive. But now this same instinct makes you act stupidly. You won't sell a stock that is going down because that would mean you lost. You won't throw away that awful clothes you never wear since it feels like losing. You'll stay in a dead-end job because you're more afraid of losing a solid paycheck than you are of the possible benefits. Your caveman brain doesn't know that losing this spear means you'll hunger, and losing this 20 USD bet means you'll feel horrible. It just understands that losing means death. So you hold on to things, stay away from risks, and let fear of losing govern your life. 2. The need to be in charge of status. When you see someone with a nicer car, you immediately feel bad about yourself. Or you browse at Instagram and wonder why everyone else's life seems better than yours. That's your monkey brain, which is preoccupied with status, doing what it does best, making you unhappy. People in the tribe didn't care about looking cool. It was about staying alive. People listened when they said, hey, maybe we shouldn't poke that bear, and high rank meant first dibs on food and better mating prospects. If you had low status, you had to eat scraps, couldn't have kids, and no one cared if you lived or died. When your status goes up, your brain gives you feel-good chemicals, and when it goes down, it gives you stress hormones that make you feel worse. Because having prestige meant staying alive. This made our predecessors better at hunting, manufacturing tools, telling stories, or anything else that made them useful to the tribe. Everyone got better because of competition. The tribe did well. But now your brain uses this life or death fear on the silliest things. Your brain thinks someone is stealing your food when they have more followers than you. It seems like you're being kicked out of the tribe when a coworker gets a promotion. When a neighbor gets a pool, your instincts tell you that you're losing ground. You buy stuff you can't afford to show off to people you don't like. You share carefully chosen lies on social media. You are really sad because someone else's trip looked better than yours. Your old brain still feels that where you rank is important for your survival. It doesn't know that low status equals no food or fewer LinkedIn connections. So you go after status like your life depends on it, because it did at one time. First, wanting fairness and acting against unfairness. You think of violence right away when someone cuts in line, or a coworker steals your idea, and over the following week you plan how to bring them down. That's not you being small-minded. Your brain sees unfairness as a threat to your life, because it used to be. Fairness wasn't a pleasant idea among a tribe of 30 individuals. It was a matter of life and death. The individual who was hoarding food while others were starving was practically killing the tribe. The person who didn't hunt but ate anyhow was taking things from individuals who did work. Your brain is evolved to go completely crazy when it sees something unjust. It makes you very angry since unfairness might ruin the whole group. And if the group isn't there, everyone dies. This instinct made our forefathers honest. No one wanted to be the cheater who gets kicked out, or worse, the cheater who has their head smashed in by enraged tribal members. Being fair meant staying alive. Finding cheaters was necessary for survival. To stay alive, you have to punish unfairness. But now that same tendency sends you crazy over things that won't hurt anyone. When someone takes 2 free samples instead of 1, your brain thinks they're stealing food from your kids. Your fairness detector goes crazy when a rich individual buys another yacht while folks are having a hard time. Your employer has favorites, and it seems like that could risk your life. You can't let go of little insults because your brain feels that making things fair again is a matter of life and death. You can't stop thinking about things that aren't fair. Reading about inequality online makes you physically enraged. Your old brain can't distinguish the difference between "this unfairness will destroy the tribe" and "this unfairness is annoying but won't hurt anyone." It just knew that being unfair meant death. So you get angry, you can't stop thinking about it, and you can't let it go. Because your brain still thinks that the tribe's survival hinges on everyone obtaining their fair portion of mammoth meat. That's all for now. I'll be doing videos like this again in the future. You have to subscribe to see them.